we have this Near Horizon page now. So if people have no clue what I'm talking about, we have near.org up here, which now links to a boss profile. If you don't know what the boss is, it's just a blockchain operating system. And then you have this widget, right, which is Near Horizon widget. And so you can make a profile. So we have our profile for the Marma J Gaming project. Out of all of our sub-DAOs, obviously the Marma J Gaming has the most smart contracts to manage, has the largest community interacting with those smart contracts. So we feel though this is the first project to get on Near Horizon, but not the last. The idea is that hopefully the other sub-DAOs, maybe KKD gets a project and understands how they can apply for accelerators through this. Maybe Muti DAO kind of goes through this process. And hopefully, Marma J Chan DAO, and on all the other sub-DAOs eventually goes through the same process. Let's talk about what problems we're solving. And I kind of want to first go back to the Marma J Gaming page on the website. So Bianca, great job building the site. And in my opinion, the high-level answers to these questions they start here at least. So even in this first kind of framing, earn to play. Well, it's kind of a play on words. Most games have this play to earn ideal, in blockchain at least, where the whole purpose of playing these games is to earn. For us, our goal is not really that side of things. It's maybe you earn in the games or outside of these games, but the idea is to play. To play with what? To play with your Near, to play with different Near community members that might be, like, for example, I've played Ilya, for example, in Pixel Pets, and he has a lot of legendary pets, and I've beat him sometimes and he's beat me, but that's pretty cool to be able to play the co-founder of a blockchain in a game. And you might not be able to be in a boardroom with them, you might not be able to build a company with them, but you can interact with them on the blockchain because it's safe for both the CEO and for both the player. And so this is kind of the idea that we can kind of integrate with. So educate on board, both game developers and players. So gamers and developers, and not just to play games, but to gain life skills. And so the idea is we want people to learn marketing skills, maybe learn cryptography skills, math skills, strategy skills, communication and collaboration skills through playing these games. And that's why we have the code open source. That's why we have open collaborators on GitHub. That's why we hire interns that are computer science students to help us build these games. That's why we collaborate with other DAOs, for example, to help build these games as a community and in the open. So what problems are we solving is kind of what leads us to those. So for right now, there's not actually a way to play with your Near, in my opinion, in the Near ecosystem very well. NFT volume is low, DeFi volume is low, just volume in general with Near tokens is low. People can stake their Near, they can hold it. So maybe there should be more options. For example, when we talk about, what we're solving currently is we give people a way to use their Near and as fees, for example, to have fun and engage in this kind of story of the Pixel dApps universe. So I think part of it is that we have part of it here. We are native to Near. We've been here for a while. A lot of our team is building in various aspects of the Near system for a while. And a lot of our team, for example, like the interns, are young, they're driven, they're educated, and they want to succeed and build something. We're decentralized, and these might help us, be positioned for success. Also, we're the only game in the Near system on mainnet. Zomland had their ICO or IEO or whatever, IDO, whatever they call them now. They raised $130, which is not a hit on them whatsoever. It's just trying to explain the landscape that we're in right now for games launching on Near. And it isn't a very favorable one, for example. It makes more sense for the average project at this point in time to go launch on like Polygon or maybe a new platform like Mina protocol. And so what we're trying to do is bring more projects to Near, but we kind of are the only project right now. And so for success, I think that it's very easy for us to achieve success if we are able to keep building because we are the only one. We're like the incumbent. We're the oldest game on Near, arguably, that allows Berry Club was actually the oldest game on Near. But one of the oldest games on Near, and we have like a recurring user base. It's not very large, but it is consistent. Why are we building on Near? Kind of the same thing. We think Near is the best tech around in the blockchain. I mean, I think Near is some of the best tech around in the blockchain space. A lot of the people building here seem to feel the same way. And so we want to showcase that to a wider audience in a fun and exciting way. And so, the tech is available, but maybe the community could be supported as well. So by us showcasing the tech and building in the open and having our code on GitHub, hopefully we can build a community as well who can help us build better tech, because that would obviously help the Near ecosystem more, would help our gaming ecosystem more as well. It's kind of in our current roadmap. So DevOps setup, Captiona DAO, already kind of have that going. That's been going for a while. Transfer ownership already happened. We own all, we manage all the content. The next step is game improvements, where we are currently. We are doing a lot of updates, and we're kind of on this. One of them was mint-based gaming and mobile support and all this stuff. We only got a grant to get up to mobile support, and we are going to mint-based for the grant for actual mint-based gaming, which we have not. We're still completing our current mint-based grant, which is actually tomorrow might be done, labeled as done, which is awesome. So thank you, Monish and Captiona DAO for that. And then we will move on to mint-based gaming after that. And this is kind of like a whole thing. It's more of it might be a little bit outdated. We were hoping to partner with Octopus. It didn't seem as viable at the moment. I think we're probably going to be partnering with, brain fart at the moment. Calamero, sorry. Eventually, not a partnership, maybe just building on Calamero for a private shard execution for the games we come up with eventually. But there are steps between this. But I think this is kind of the step where we get to our 5-year goal. Having our own chain where we can keep certain things off chain, where it's not needed to be on the blockchain at all. Certain things could be public, like just users registering their accounts, like Chloe.near, Bianca.near, and then certain things should be on a private chain, like the actual gaming world, for example. Like if you are walking around with your character and you want to acquire gold nodes, for example, you shouldn't be able to automatically ping the contract on the blockchain and find out where all the gold is, right? That wouldn't make sense. So you would have to have like some sort of, or like you wouldn't want to know what the enemy character is, because you would just find all the enemies and you'd go away from the ones stronger than you and towards the ones weaker than you, and you'd kill everyone, and it wouldn't be a very fun game. So you need some sort of on-chain privacy for that. So that's kind of the 5-year goal, is to building on Calamero for private execution, to have, and to build on Near for what's public and makes sense. And again, this is kind of, right now we'll change it to Calamero. We're kind of going to revamp the whole roadmap to obviously start from what would be before this and kind of go towards it, but this is what we have for now.